There's a version of AI most people never see. Not because it's secret, not because it's illegal, but because it never gets released as a product you can casually download. No App Store listing, no viral demo video, no try it free landing page. Instead, it sits behind private APIs, closed research systems, and custom-built stacks used inside hedge funds, elite startups, defense contractors, and private family offices. And if you compare it side by side with public AI tools, the difference is not small. It's not even fair, because what most people call AI tools are just interfaces. What the ultra-wealthy use are systems that don't just generate answers, they generate outcomes. Most people think AI is becoming widely accessible, and in one sense, that's true. Anyone can open a chatbot. Anyone can generate text, images, or code. Anyone can automate small tasks. But that's the surface layer. Below it, a second ecosystem exists, one that doesn't compete on features, it competes on leverage, and leverage is what separates tools from power systems. A public AI tool helps you do something faster. Private AI system helps you decide what to do in the first place, and then stress tests every possible outcome before anything is executed. That difference is subtle, but it changes everything. The first category of elite AI tools is decision simulation systems. These are not chatbots. They are scenario engines. Instead of answering questions, they simulate entire futures. A billion-dollar investment decision is not made by asking, "Is this a good idea?" It is made by asking, "What happens if we take this action across 50 different economic conditions, 12 competitor responses, and 3 regulatory outcomes?" Then the system runs it. Not once, but thousands of times in parallel variations. What comes out is not an opinion. It is a probability landscape. Most people never see this layer of AI, they only see the simplified output. Recommend, do not recommend. But behind that sentence is a massive hidden simulation stack. The second category is private model ecosystems. Big companies do not rely on a single AI model. They build layered systems. One model for reasoning, one for risk detection, one for adversarial critique, one for market simulation, one for behavioral prediction. Then they combine outputs into a final decision layer. It is not one intelligence, it is a committee of intelligences arguing inside a controlled system. Public users see one AI. Elite users run entire AI organizations internally. The third category is predictive data access systems. Public AI tools are trained on general data. Elite systems are trained on proprietary data, transaction flows, customer behavior histories, internal performance metrics, private market signals, non-public operational data sets. This creates a massive intelligence gap because AI is only as good as the data it sees. And what billionaires see is not better algorithms, it is better information density. The fourth category is behavioral influence modeling. This is where things become uncomfortable. These systems do not just analyze markets or businesses, they analyze people, customers, employees, competitors, even regulators. They model how individuals are likely to respond under specific conditions, not in a vague psychological sense, but in structured probability terms. If exposed to X messaging at Y timing under Z conditions, likelihood of action increases by 17 to 42% range. This allows decision to be designed around expected human behavior instead of assumptions. Public AI helps you communicate. Private AI helps you influence outcomes before communication even happens. The fifth category is automated strategy execution systems. Most people think AI ends at recommendations. In elite environments, AI continues into execution. If a strategy is approved, AI systems can deploy capital, adjust pricing, launch campaigns, restructure portfolios, trigger automated negotiation flows, optimize supply chains in real time. This removes the gap between decision and action, which is where most inefficiency lives. In public systems, AI suggests. In elite systems, AI acts. The sixth category is multi-agent adversarial testing environments. Before any major decision is finalized, it is stress tested by opposing AI agents. One AI tries to optimize profit, one tries to find risk, one tries to break assumptions, One tries to simulate competitor behavior. One tries to simulate worst-case scenarios. This creates a synthetic environment of conflict. So decisions are not trusted because they feel right. They are trusted because they survive internal attacks. That is a major difference in quality. The real advantage is not the tool. What looks like better AI tools is actually something deeper. It is not the models themselves. It is how they are arranged. Public users interact with single-step systems, prompt to response. Elite users operate multi-layer systems, simulate, evaluate, stress test, optimize, execute, feedback loop. That structure creates compounding advantage. Because every cycle improves the system, every decision generates new data, every outcome refines the model. This is not usage, it is continuous intelligence training. Why these systems stay invisible? There are three main reasons these tools never become mainstream. First, complexity. Most systems are not user-friendly. They are infrastructure-level tools, not consumer apps. Second, competitive advantage. If everyone has access, the advantage disappears. So, access is intentionally restricted. Third, integration depth. These systems are deeply embedded into private workflows, so they are not standalone products. They are internal organs of larger organizations, which makes them invisible from the outside. The gap that is forming. The most important shift is not that some people have better AI. It is that some people are operating in a different category of intelligence entirely. Because when AI moves from assisting thinking to simulating decisions to executing outcomes, the role of human decision-making changes. One group uses AI to save time. Another group uses AI to remove uncertainty. And uncertainty is where most cost, risk, and opportunity live. That creates a widening gap, not in information, not in intelligence, but in decision confidence at scale. The idea that billionaires have secret AI tools is not about hidden apps. It is about hidden architecture. Systems designed not to generate content, but to generate certainty before action. Most people interact with AI at the surface level, ask to answer, to act. But the real systems operate deeper, simulate to predict to eliminate bad paths, to execute optimized outcomes to learn from reality. And once you see that structure, public AI tools start to look incomplete. Not because they are bad, but because they are only one layer of what AI can actually do. The uncomfortable truth is this: the biggest divide in AI is not access to intelligence. It is access to systems that decide before decisions are visible. And by the time most people see the outcome, the decision has already been made somewhere they cannot see.